Alright, I want to talk about the endings to GTA 5. So this is going to be pretty spoiler heavy. So if you don't want spoilers, stop watching now. And don't even look at the comments. Just click out. So I first time I played, I picked option C, which was to not kill anybody and all that other stuff. However, I watched endings A and B on YouTube because I didn't want to do them, actually play them. So let me go over the ending where you kill Michael. I think that this ending is completely out of place. I think that Franklin has no reason to kill Michael. None at all, really. And especially with the kind of relationship, that they have. I don't think that Franklin would ever kill Michael or even consider it. I think it's a complete character break. I think it breaks character for Franklin. And it's just a shitty ending. I mean, you've got all these people after you. Killing Michael doesn't stop all these people being after you still. It doesn't stop Stretch being an ass. It doesn't stop the Triads. It doesn't stop anybody else. So I don't really get that ending at all. And plus, like I said, it breaks the character of Franklin completely. And is it just in my head, or were those kind of acted weirdly as well? Like, the different endings, A and B, were kind of acted weirdly. Like, I think it just shows how much of a character break it was, and sort of how contrived, I guess, because the acting wasn't there. I didn't feel like the acting was as good as it was for ending C or anywhere else in the game, because it didn't make much sense. I don't know if this was Rockstar's intention or something, but yeah, the acting, their hearts weren't in it, and it was just weird. It's just a weird turn of events to kill Michael. So for Trevor, some would argue that you have a little more of an excuse to kill Trevor, but I'm gonna break that down point by point. And first point is the acting, by the way, just side note, the acting is still weird in this one as well. So first point is the money. People say you can get, Trevor's share, because if you kill Michael, his share goes to his family, but if you kill Trevor, then it goes to no one because he has nobody. And his long-lost mother is probably an hallucination. So he's probably hallucinated his mother returning, and therefore he actually has nobody. So you get his profits, which is like 20 million, 29 million, or 28. And that's enough of an incentive for people to go for that. However, it isn't really. And the reason I've got my game screen up is because I want to prove a point. If you do the Lester missions, the assassinations, way later after you beat the game, you can end up with each character having over 200 million. Minimum. And Franklin, you see, he has 46 million. And that's after I've bought the golf course, which is 150 million. Like, I've still got change. Trevor has 200 million, and Michael has, I think, 130 million, because Michael has been buying all of the expensive shit. So even though I've bought a shitload of expensive stuff, Michael has 130 million, Trevor has 200 million, and Franklin has 46 million. So the monetary incentive isn't even there. Secondly, Franklin and Trevor are cool. I mean, when he tripped, he did freak out, but he was under a bit of pressure there, which he admits himself as well. And again, because Trevor and Franklin are okay with each other, and Trevor has somewhat reconciled with Michael. It just seems weird that Franklin would whack Trevor at that point, It just doesn't seem like it fits. It doesn't seem like that's what the character would do. And then again, it's weirdly acted, and let me just say, holy shit. The ending for Trevor is fucking tragic. Like, the way you can kill him, it's fucked up. He's one of my favorite characters, and to hear that ending is bad. I didn't like it. So I refuse to play it unless it's a trophy or something. But I refuse to play it. It's just not. It doesn't seem like something I want to do. Basically, you block him off after a car chase. He's defenseless on the ground, trying to crawl away. Oil is all over the floor. You shoot the oil, he sets on fire and screams to death. Screams while he burns, and it's like, no. And then Michael is like, good riddance after that. And I'm like, but maybe Michael's just pretending while, he's in the presence of Trevor to, give a shit. But I like to think that Michael actually does genuinely give a shit about Trevor, and that Trevor does genuinely give a shit about Michael, which he does. There's no question in my mind that he does. He was pissed off, and I would say rightfully so, that he was lied to for 10 years. But, that's just... So, yeah, I think endings A and B both suck. They both suck. They're badly acted because, again, I don't think the actors' hearts were too into it, and I think it shows, unless I'm crazy and seeing things. I also hate how blasé Franklin was after whacking Michael. I think he was just way too blasé about it. He gives a sad look and then looks at him and then just cuts off to him calling somebody. Like, really? Nah, dude. He was way too blasé about it. Same with Trevor, really. He was really blasé about killing Trevor. He was really blasé about killing him. I'm just thinking, man, both these endings suck. So, the only true ending to this game is C. There is no other ending that makes any sense, because A and B does not clear up the triads, Stretch, the FIB agent, and I think somebody else that I can't remember at this point. My head is blanking. But it doesn't cover all of the bases of people that can still fuck them over. What does killing Michael or Trevor get you? It gets you one less dude that you'll never be able to play again in the game. But what does that actually do for the story? It does nothing. I think the perfect way to wrap up the game was in ending C. Because everybody who could have snitched is dealt with. Every loose end is tied up, and it's just a good ending. Well, I mean, it's about as good as ending as this game could have. So I think I'm not one to judge people for what character they like. I just don't like it when others judge other people for what character they like. So I'm not going to judge anybody for what character you like, but one thing I will start judging with is if you legitimately, first try, picked A or B, You are terrible. You are terrible. The money isn't in it. They're terrible. They're bad. Man, you suck. You heartless bastard. So yeah, I'll start judging you if you picked one of those legitimately. If you did it out of curiosity, that's fine. But if you legitimately that's what you wanted to go with, nah, son. I'm not having it. But I didn't have much chance to talk about this in the review because this video's already went on like 11 minutes. So yeah, I did not get a chance to talk about a few things that I wanted to in that review talk, but you know, I got the major bases covered. But yeah, I feel, you know, I was attached to all of the characters in the game, and I'm not about to whack them needlessly and for no reason with a shitty ending as an outcome. Like, don't tell me that there's not a bad ending or good endings, because there are. A and B are shit. C is great. C is the good ending. A and B are complete shit. So yeah, that's why I had the game screen up, was just to prove a point that you don't need to whack Trevor to be a rich motherfucker to get the 200 mil. You know, just play the stock markets with Lester missions for Franklin, and all your characters will have over 200 mil at least. Like, I was super conservative and I got over 200 mil. And I'm not running out of money anytime soon. Shit, I'm buying cars, I'm buying boats, I'm buying helicopters, tanks. Shit, I'm buying everything in the game, and I haven't ran out of money yet. And I bought a golf course, for fuck's sake. Like, you'll be fine. So yeah, and about the whole thing about Trevor not having any money to give to anybody, that's why you get it. Some said that, you know, his long lost mother could have got the money, but you have to remember she's probably an hallucination, rather. She's probably Trevor hallucinating, because once you pick up the truck with the drugs, you deliver it, he walks through really proud, and she's gone. Chances are he was having an hallucination, so he literally has nobody. So, and that was actually really sad as well. Like, that was depressing. So yeah, both of the endings sucked except C, and yeah, don't pick them unless you're curious or there's an achievement for it, but I haven't checked. So anyway, yep. So yeah, that was about it. Curse my 15-minute time limit, and I couldn't talk about this in the review, but yeah. So I was just wanting to talk about the ending. Needlessly had different endings. You could have just had ending C as the main ending, and that would have been perfect. But yeah, unless I'm missing the point, you know, unless I'm missing like what Rockstar were trying to do with it, which I don't know, and I don't care, honestly. Like, I don't care what Rockstar were trying to do with characters or whatever, you know. But unless I'm missing something pretty major, I don't see why there were multiple endings. So there you have it. Anywho, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'm out. Bye bye.